Lucky Johnson, this is Street Convo.
Look, Street Convo, Street Talk Convo. We good.
Lucky Johnson, this is Street Talk Convo. Slate, Mark.
He used to be in behind the camera. I mean, in front of the camera. Hey, man, listen. We got a good show for y'all today. First off, we want to welcome y'all to the Street Talk Convo. We want to welcome, this is episode 12. Man, hold on. This is episode 12, bro. That's crazy. We've done this 12 times, basically.
It's 13.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, this episode 13?
Yeah.
Jeez, this episode 13. Yeah. Damn, did I write 13 and say it 12? All right, cool. Well, at least one of them was right. Fuck. Listen, man, first off, we want to shout out our sponsors. Shout out the Bundle Gang. Sure. Whatever you need with hair, whatever you need, like they got solution, they got drops, they got the glue removal, they got anything you need. Also hair, they got hair.
If you got a problem, we got a solution.
And we can't hear you at all on your microphone, brother.
You can hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
He can hear you, I can't hear you. That's why I told you I ain't been hearing nothing on here. But
check,
that's all right.
Mic check.
I can't hear.
I can hear you.
Audio. I see the signal.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he popping.
All right, cool. Well, long as I can hear you out
click
here.
The green.
Which one?
Click the next to the bottom, down.
Down
yeah.
here?
Hello.
There you go.
There I go. Now I can hear you. See?
His mic,
See?
his headphones.
Leave all that shit in there just
Somebody
to show y'all
press
that's how
some
shit
shit.
work. I might have pressed something. I ain't gonna lie. Another one of our sponsors, man. Clouds and Cocktails.
Cloud and cocktail.
If you just wanna relax, you wanna get high, you wanna, they got the no nicotine. They got the 0 milligram nicotine. Hold off on the popcorn. Save me something though, because I'm definitely gonna want some. Clouds and Cocktails, man, for whatever you need.
Hookah pins,
just everything.
Okay.
your gummies.
And yeah, so this next guest, man, gosh, entrepreneur, actor, director, teacher, owner, leader, activist.
Right.
I could go on and on and on, man. One of those people in the city who, if you have to do anything, me and someone else was talking about this the other day. If you're doing anything in film in New Orleans, you have to go through him. He's one of those people you have to go through. You got to reach out to him. You gotta say, hey, I gotta holler at this brother. He's one of those people that if he has an opportunity, he's going to extend that opportunity. He's one of those people that when he puts on for the city the way it's supposed to be done. He can walk in any room. He can walk in the hood and he can walk in the corporate room. He's a great, great, great friend of mine. Great friend of mine. One of the best spirited people you will ever meet. It's never no nonsense, never no negativity. One of the greatest actors you will ever meet. And he's also the owner of the school in which I attended as an actor.
Right on, brother.
The Lucky Johnson School of Theater. I want to say thank you for being here, and I appreciate you. Not only one of the best actors, one of the best friends I got, and I appreciate you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, Lucky Johnson. The man, the myth, and the legend.
Man, I like that, man.
You like that?
That was awesome.
Well,
that
you
was
put
a
on
good introduction.
you put on a button up.
Yeah, I did.
You know what I'm saying? I said I got to make it right because he put the button up on.
I said I gotta go looking nice. I put on a medium, but I had to button it up.
My dog got the button up on. I said, oh yeah, he came in. Listen, because a lot of times when you go to certain places,
Right.
The person knows how you feel about it by what you put on.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna always be comfortable in here,
of course.
but then sometimes you'll get dressed and you'll be like, oh, I'm going to such and such people's house. If you just throw something on, it's because you're like, man, I'm just going over there. But then there's times where you ask, man, what should I wear? But then when you wear a button up, it's like, I respect these niggas.
Yeah, I do.
It's prestigious where I'm going. So I appreciate that, brother. But how you been, bro?
I'm good, brother. Thank you for having me, man. Good to see you. See my brother Slam over there.
I didn't even give a shout out to Slam. Shout out to Bodie. I usually give him a slam. I usually give him a shout out all the time, man. But we took a quick little break off to enjoy the holidays and everything. I'm definitely watching it. Pull the mic closer to you, bro. Gee whiz.
Definitely got the popcorn.
I'm looking because you said you was gonna save me something, so it's all good.
You done had like with the Dirk Nowitzki.
So listen, this is how we get out on the show. We just be joking, right? You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get to know Lucky. We gonna holler at Lucky and figure out what he got going on and all of that. I know you got the book, you got the chips coming out. You just did the documentary. You're also on a TV show. You got a lot of shit we got to talk about. But the first thing we like to do is just jump into some shit. And so I got a question for y'all that I really been wanting to ask. And I waited to ask this on camera. Why is it that men, when we tell our intentions to a woman, they still judge us by our actions? Let me give you an example before you go out, before y'all respond. If I tell a woman I don't want to be with her in a relationship, I still want sex. But she know that. But when I tell her I don't want to be with her in a relationship, why is it that now she's holding me to the standard of, but that's not how you treat me? I need y'all. Somebody got to answer this for me. I had a chick.
Well, let me say this to you. In retrospect to what you're saying, the woman prized possession is her vagina. So she feel as though this is what she have to offer and what she's bringing to the table. So when you say, I just want the vagina and not the relationship, they come together for her.
Right.
So men, we don't operate like that. So if a woman cheat, a woman is cheating because she has something that she feel as though connected to you. Right? So say she's dating me and she go cheat on me with a guy. The guy must be doing a little bit same or better or could do what I'm doing because she's not cheating out of, I just need some sex. Right. Men just cheat for sex. We just want a little coochie. Right. We're not really connected to it like that. And
exercise for them.
Yeah, it's it. Nothing more, nothing less. We can go to the stripper. We can buy coochie on Chef and Wilson for $10 and say, I don't need to know your name.
Specific.
Thank you. Chef and Wilson, $10.
He knew
I don't know the Wilson.
He knew the cross street.
$10. 15 if you're frisky.
Sheesh. He knew the cross street.
Yeah, don't go down by the U-Haul. They get a little more expensive right now.
Oh, have mercy.
But if you stay at Chef and Wilson, you get your little $10.
Okay.
Man, I got $10.
Yeah, $10. But I say that because in my opinion and even in my journey in life, dating women, having kids, was married once, I understand to a certain degree that women don't want to waste time if it's not beneficial to them in the long run, if they're not going to be able to acquire maybe a house or a car.
So why do they agree with it?
They agree with it at first because they think they can change you or they think something else is going to come out of it. So their mind is saying, oh, wow, I'm dating Slam, I'm dating Lucky, or look, I'm going to get something in the future. But that's not necessarily the case.
Right.
Because once we get to learn them, we realize that's not who we want to be with. We're not really vibing with you no more. So we honestly met your representative. We didn't really meet you, pretty lady.
Right.
We saw the pretty lady, we saw the nice body, we saw the aesthetics.
Fact.
We didn't know the motor was bad.
Falsities.
Yeah, so, that's just my take on it. We didn't know the engine was about to go out.
Job. To add on to what you're saying, like, if I tell you this and you spoke on it because I met your representative, I'm test driving.
Yeah.
I'm bringing this bitch back.
Yeah, for sure.
Now I heard some ticking.
Yes.
When I hit the highway.
You saying you as the man?
Yes.
Me as the man.
Yeah.
I'm saying if I tell a female, hey, I don't want a relationship, but I'm still gonna treat you kindly. If I'm going somewhere to eat, you can call it a date.
That's right.
I can call it. You meet me right here. I'm about to eat. Yeah. You want something to eat? They'll call that a date.
That's right.
Fine. I'm still gonna treat you kindly. I'm not gonna disrespect you and dog you out because you not my old lady.
Right.
I still have to be a good person for myself. So if I'm treating you like you would consider this how dudes treat their old lady, what type of dudes you was dealing with?
Right.
That's the bar.
Right.
Nah, this is a minimum for me. I'm gonna treat you kindly anyway. If I'm going and get something to eat, you pop cross my mind, and I may want some attention from you, not just sex. I might call you, man, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Hey,
that
I'm about to
leading
go
her
get something
on?
to eat.
Is that leading her on?
No, that's because who were you messing with previously?
I'm not worrying about them. I'm saying, is that leading her on by what you told her you don't want to be
It
with her?
depends on the
That's what
person.
I'm
It
saying.
depends on who
I'm
the
telling
girl
you.
is.
Who were you dealing with previously for that what I might consider my minimum is such a high bar for you that like, damn, nobody don't treat
took
me like
to
that.
eat. Yeah.
Like, nah, love, I was hungry and I thought about you and it was like, all right, something must be telling me she hungry or something. Hey, you want something to eat?
Right.
Or I'm about to go with this. I'm about to go here. I don't want to be by myself.
Right.
Hey, come with me over here. Come dip. That's
And casual conversation.
So I asked
Right.
that because a long time ago, long.
very long.
long time ago.
I had a chick that I told her, like, I'm pretty upfront with chicks. Like, you know, this is what I want. This is what I think it could be, you know, and that's what it is. So I had a chick that we was dealing with each other, and I'm like, I don't want to be in a relationship. But the type of person I am, I'm just if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. Right? So I seen a watch that was fairly cheap, under $100, but it's something I knew she would have liked.
Right.
I just randomly bought it. But I fuck with her though. But there's been times I done bought my partner shit. Oh, son, they got that shoe you wanted, and they Nike about to shut down. Or they got these shorts you wanted, Nike about to shut down, and they super cheap. I'm going to grab them for you because I know you ain't going to be able to get them. Same thing. The difference is I'm actually fucking her.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with her, and I told her that. But to her, it's like, oh, you buying me gifts. No, that ain't got nothing to do with wanting to be with you, though. And I was telling them, you know, chicks slept by my house. I got up and cooked breakfast. To her,
This is
oh, you cooked us breakfast.
You love me.
No, bitch, I was hungry that morning.
And I thought of you.
And I'm not going to have you in the room and not eat.
And I'm going to add an extra egg to the skillet.
Exactly. And then she hit me with the one time, I met your sister. You was at my house and my sister popped up. I'm not going to tell you go upstairs and go in the room. But now to her, he's buying me gifts. He's introducing me to family, and he's cooking for me. You know what I'm saying? So to her, now we in a full relationship. And then when I say, but I told you I don't want to be with you. She's, but that ain't what you showing me. But that's what I told you.
Well,
I told you
that.
that,
Let me
though.
say this to your viewing audience of the ladies.
Yeah. Tell it to them.
Don't ask to be in the relationship. Just let it flow. And see, if you let it flow, us as men, we're going to say to ourselves, you're the one. When you're trying to make yourself be the one, this is when it's a turnoff to us. Right. And hopefully the women understand that. If Luck or Slam take them out to eat, take it in the moderation that, man, I appreciate that. Thank you. Because if I need a meeting with Slam, I'm going to say, brother, can you meet me over here? Let's go get something to eat. Luck, meet me at Houston's. You're going to meet me at the eat, but I may be able to talk business then. But I got at least an hour of your time because we sitting eating, breaking bread.
Right.
You know, but I can't say, meet me at the gas station. We're going to pump the gas. We're trying to get the hell on.
That's right. Fact.
You see? So most of the time, dealing with business, you want to try and get something to eat, go play golf, whatever it is that you do. I don't know, you know, but everybody got their thing. So for the woman, ladies, hopefully you're listening and take heed from a man.
Hopefully, please.
Yeah. Just let the man do what he's doing, serenade you with the wonderful gifts, right? And the pleasantries and the time. But don't start making it a thing. I dated a woman many years ago.
Many
years ago.
moons.
I want to get married. I want to be married. I want to be married. Baby, I don't want to be married.
Right.
So you got the wrong man. I'm not going to get married again until I'm 60.
And she stayed.
Yeah, she tried to, but it was always an issue. We should, you know, because together we can. No, you don't.
That's not what I'm here for.
I'm not here for that. I'm here to have a really good time. That's why the side chicks are winning. I'm sorry. I said,
And at the same time, they don't realize they overlook the fact that
that's why the side chicks winning.
we're together. We are together.
That makes a lot of sense, though, if you say that's why the side chicks winning, because that is exactly what they're there for.
Yes.
They are there for just to let's fuck and we can have a little fun, but cool.
They're position fillers. If I make the team, if I'm on a football team, a basketball team, I'm on the bench, I'm a position filler. If you LeBron, or you, Kobe, get hurt, I just step in for you. So, and I'm not saying the side chick is necessarily a bad thing.
No, they get a championship too.
Yeah, give me some of that.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
I like that.
That was all right, brothers.
I like that one. I ain't gonna lie.
But like you said, if they play the position instead of I'm running these plays, like you messing up the plays by trying to get out of position. All right, know what? You getting traded to another team.
That's right.
You better fit over there. If that's what you're looking for, we don't have a position for you here. More than what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So you can go to another team. I'll sit on the sideline. I'm not going to say anything.
So I guess the real question to that is knowing, and listen, we're not about to bullshit. We know that that's what happens, and we know the type of men we are. I've said several times, I have the fucked up situation to where when I meet a chick and I want to fuck with her, I'm the nigga. It's like, bitch, why you want to fall in love with me?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
But you're so brutally honest.
But I
with
am.
a lot of stuff.
No, I am. But I'm saying, but it's with women. It's like, why you fell in love with? You didn't fall in love with these niggas. You let these niggas just fuck. You know what I'm saying? Why you gotta fall in love with me? You know what I'm saying?
You're different. You're special.
Yeah, you special. I don't want to be. I'm not here to be special.
Tell a motherfucker, I want the same treatment the weed man get.
Yeah.
I want the same treatment the weed man get.
If
he can fuck you for half the blunt, because you're not even smoking half the blunt.
That's right.
You're smoking a third of the blunt. If he can fuck you for the third of the blunt, I'm gonna start smoking.
So the real question is, and I'm gonna take the women's side for a second here and ask this question for real.
We're not against the women.
We're not against them. I'm just saying, but I'm going to take their side right here and ask this question. Are we wrong for doing that, knowing that they can't handle just fucking with us? Are we wrong for still fucking with them? And are we wrong for knowing we don't have no long-term like intentions with them, but still saying, I'm going to just do it?
But you told us.
But you know she don't feel that way.
But you're grown. You're an adult. I told you.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
1 + 1 always equals 2.
Our initial relevance to the planet is to provide, conquer, and to ultimately, eventually start multiplying in the land, procreate. So for a woman, she came after the fact. So because she came after the fact, she want to come and try and tell us what it should be, but that's not how it goes.
Right.
Unfortunately. You know what I mean? So God relied on us ultimately first, and then created her as a helpmate to help us outlive what God wanted us to do.
Right.
So you're here, baby, to help me to fulfill God's purpose, not your purpose. She's trying to get us to fulfill her purpose. So her spiritual intonation is off balance.
Right.
Her spiritual intonation. Give me one more of those, because that was good.
Damn, bro.
She's not following what she's supposed to be following. And unfortunately, she loses.
I'm going to call this nigga for text messages.
That bring me
Hey, what should I tell her?
Somebody had something on Instagram and they said, like, women always, they think that God is sending a man, creating a man for them. And like, Lord, that's not in the Bible.
No, that's not so.
They created a woman for the man.
Yes.
So you're getting it confused. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being created for you.
That's correct.
You're being created for me.
But you do need her.
No, absolutely.
But
Nothing.
you gonna let me do what I do, or you not?
Yeah.
Or you go do what I do and let me sit.
Let me tell you this: nothing can make it to the planet but through the womb of a woman. No matter if it's an animal, no matter I give a damn what it is. You cannot make it to the planet but through the woman. So she's very vital, very important, very needed, and we love her.
That's what I was about to ask him.
Very important.
That's what I was about to ask him.
Who hold the? If I don't implant this in the woman,
Who's more important to you?
What you mean?
The woman or the man?
The woman or the man?
They're both equally important.
They're equally important, but
I ain't want you to answer because I know he would have gave.
No, I'm about to give you my answer.
got you. Come on.
I agree with you to a sense, but I'm going to lead towards the man. If I'm using my logic, we've been groomed to think how the woman want us to think. We have to be this for them, and this my baby. No, that was my sperm cells, bitch. You holding this for me. You just holding this baby for me. You doing what you're doing. You burden, but without me,
Yeah, it would never
There's
happen.
nothing, period. So, yes, without you, it can't grow and flourish.
She's incurring all the risks, though.
Without you, see, you're changing it from here to there. No.
No, if she's holding your baby, that's true without you.
Let me finish
but
my
she's
land.
incurring all the risks.
I'm
I'm gonna let you land. I'm gonna let you land.
You like to take it and go with the
I'ma let you land,
lucky
bro.
go pom for the women.
I'm gonna let you land,
Listen,
bro.
Women tell you, this is mine. If it wasn't for me, you can't have this. Love, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be able to have nothing. If I don't nut in you, you can't get yourself pregnant. So it starts with me. It doesn't start with the woman. It starts with me, right?
Well said.
Biblically stating and logistically stating. If I don't give you one of my million sperm cells that sometimes go in the toilet, you're not going to have a baby. So they like to throw that in your face. It starts with the woman. No, it doesn't. It starts with the man implanting this in you. See what I'm saying? That's
the man
point.
needs somewhere to plant it.
The need is not the point. That wasn't the point of the need. It's the fact of if I don't do this 1st, you can't do your secondary task.
All right,
It's not the need. The need.
I
we
feel
both
like
need
it's
each other.
100. Well, not 100, but I feel like it's dead set down the middle, equally.
All right, don't nut in your girl if she want to have your kids.
But even if you do nothing, she might not have your kids.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that was
because
very
something
well.
wrong.
You see what I'm saying?
That was good.
You see what I'm
That was
saying?
good.
You
That was
having
good.
an unnatural allegiance to losers does not
Because we
like you.
slept with plenty of women
But
and they
guess
didn't get
what?
pregnant.
But guess what? Hit that again.
Hit it again.
Hit that again, so I can make my point.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers does not like you.
My sperm cells curved them. They didn't want it. My
Right,
sperm
right,
cells
right.
went this way.
Yeah, yeah,
But
Nah,
either
it
way,
knew,
so
it
it's
Sperm cells curved.
so I'll say this, right? in the way you explained it, take a storage, right? That's obviously my shit I'm putting in the storage. But the storage is incurring all the risk. I gotta house this shit here. I gotta pay for electricity. I gotta pay for security. I gotta pay for the building, the area, so at the end of the day, yes, that's all my shit. Yes, I'm putting my shit in there. However, what if something you have in there is combustible? And now my entire everything, what if there's a something that happens during the birth of this child? What if during the pregnancy you get extremely sick? What if
she can die.
What if one or the other can only make it? They are incurring all the risks, and just in that point alone, I believe it's not fair for us to say even a 1% iota of we 50%, 51% and they 49%. I think just in the fact that when we fucking and we impregnate her, we done. We can't, there's nothing else that can happen to us with that baby being planted in her. She has a chance she could get sick. She has a chance she could die, especially even now that the baby's out. She could get postpartum.
Yeah.
She could get anything. So that's more to me of a risk. So I believe in that stance alone, you should give it 50-50.
Now, can I add to that? We gonna get some pom-poms in this motherfucker too.
I'm just being honest, bro.
Before I lose my train of thought, you said we can't say such and such, right? Mm-hmm. When do you ever hear a man say that shit?
Say what?
That this is ours and this, we don't never say that shit.
But it's not in our nature.
Exactly. So if the only way we can say something to that magnitude is if you bring me some bullshit and I have to respond and have to, hey, that's not logistically how it goes, love. So I'm responding to some shit that you say because we don't think like this. I'm impregnated. This is my baby. We don't think like that. Never.
So we had a conversation before on like the second or third episode. And Slam believes that when a woman comes to you and y'all join, she's entering your situation. Y'all aren't entering each other's situation.
Okay, let me say this to you then.
Okay.
So here's the beauty in it. Both of y'all are right.
Mm-hmm.
So the woman being a benefactor, when you make love to her, so the metaphor you said about the storage was good, is a risk.
Right.
right.
But the storage is also a benefactor because if it's combustible and it explode, the storage have insurance.
Right.
So they're gonna get the money on the back end. So if you impregnate the woman, you can't impregnate her without God. So I brought you back to the spirit. It's impossible. It just can't happen.
That's a
We done
fact.
slept with a bunch of women. Your sperm cannot meet her egg unless God allow it. There's a million of them swimming to go. So once it make it, God says, yes, that's fine. Let's make this fetus happen.
Right.
Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
But
So I say that in reference to both of you guys being 100% right because, and the reason I'm saying that is because I know somebody got to be wrong, somebody got to be right, but that's not necessarily so.
So do you
Both
say
of you guys
50%?
are right.
You say
I go with the 50-50.
Okay,
Let me
cool.
just tell you why. And I go
Right.
with what he's saying as well, not to sound contradictory.
I'm
Only because the man got to the planet first. I'm dealing with it spiritually.
Right.
However, when the woman comes into our world, is I'm supposed to provide, protect, and lead the union.
that's a fact.
That's a fact. So we spoke off camera when you said if she go out dressed a certain type of way and somebody rape her and hurt her, our job was to protect her. But if she don't want to be protected, I can't protect her. Right. If I have a daughter and my daughter want to be a stripper or a prostitute, I can't protect her. If I pull up on her and say, get in this truck, no, Dad, I want to get out and sell this pussy. I can't protect you from the rape of man.
Right.
You see?
Which is wow. If
I
you child
cannot.
tell you.
Yes. I saw it on Facebook. The lady went to go get her daughter and she was fussing at her.
Oh,
And said-
in Cali.
In Cali. She said, "My leave, get out of here." She said, "No, you ain't selling no pussy today." And she was saying, "Get the fuck around." And then she went to shaking. It was on Facebook. You know?
Lord.
But I say that to say this to you quickly. When you're dealing with this particular type of element of life, in the Bible it says, a man findeth a wife, he find a good thing. So to my ladies, even with the pom-poms, you're not a girlfriend, you're a wife.
Right.
So the
Right.
Bible don't say you found a girlfriend. It says when a man find a wife.
But
ladies,
also,
y'all are wives.
But also the man
So
who
act
said
like
that in the Bible had 400 wives.
Yeah, he
or
was.
300
Yeah,
something.
he was able to
so he
do
can get 400 and 300 concubines.
So the crazy thing is, we gonna live by that. If we gonna live by that,
Nah.
we 399 short.
That's
thing
right.
is,
You have many wives you can afford.
The thing when we the initial point of the topic,
Yes.
like he was bouncing from this to this. No, I'm talking about specifically this, and we'll go like, well, she's taking the risk. We wasn't talking about risk.
No, we
You know what I'm
wasn't.
saying?
We
We were talking
wasn't.
about just specifically this and your storage thing. Who's paying for the storage?
Who's paying for the
No, I
Man
understand
paying for the
that.
storage for the risk of
To store the
combustibility.
storage, yeah.
And back to the biblical time, I'm protecting and providing for the storage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're going there.
And that's a great metaphor because the woman is the storage.
Yeah, you the storage.
And you're the combustion because you done combusted inside.
That's what I'm saying.
And I
That's
have
all
to
my
pay
shit
for this.
inside.
Yeah. Chef and Wilson.
For 18,
Hey, man,
for
listen.
Chef and Wilson
Listen,
for 18
man.
years.
Oh, he
That's
remember.
all I
Oh, he
had,
remember the
Chef
cross street though. That's what you don't know.
Because I ain't never knew no cross street.
Hey man, listen, we about to take a quick break. When we come back, we gonna talk to Lucky Johnson. We gonna get an understanding of some things he got going on, and we'll be right back. While I check my storage.
Yes,
and
check your
see what's
storage.
going on with it. You did. When you ready?
Dig?
You ready?
We eating that motherfucker.
Man, we back.
Yeah, man.
Slam's being Slam off camera,
Slam's
y'all.
being I'm 43 right now, so Slam's being a nigga that grew up
Slam,
and
yeah, that's
hey man, I'm tired of the bullshit.
Let's keep it with it. Say what it is.
It is what it. That's what the dictionary said. The motherfucking word mean. That's what I'm saying. What it mean.
We
comes with
back,
age,
man.
though.
We got Lucky Johnson in the
What's up,
building,
what's
bro.
up,
We've been
sir?
having a good conversation, so we want to get to know Lucky a little bit. First thing I want to know is, tell the people how you really got into acting.
Okay. I started acting when I was about 9 or 10 years old. We did these commercials at Loyola on St. Charles Avenue. So I did a child abuse commercial, rallies. I was a gymnast when I was younger, so I was able to do backflips and stuff like that. So go and do these little commercials. My very first commercial was a child abuse commercial. This gentleman used to come get us out of our neighborhood, and there was a bunch of us in a van. And he bring us over to Loyola, which later on in life I realized that was like a film school, something part of his class.
Okay.
And so we shot this commercial, and out the group, I was the first one able to cry the fastest. So, no, don't beat your kids. And I look at the camera, deadpan is what it's called, and I'm crying. I'm like, don't abuse your kids. And so I got the gig. Realizing later in life it was an audition, got the gig. Mom get a check. This is like 1985. Cox Cable come out. We got a check in care of me, and I'm like, wow, I brought some money to the house. I feel like, a man.
Right.
So that's how I kind of got the bug a little bit from that particular instance. and just wanting to entertain for the family, doing the James Browns and the Michael Jacksons and all that stuff growing up at the barbecues and the family reunions. So it was, I found it good and fun to see them laughing and having fun and enjoying me entertaining. You know? So that kind of sparked the bug, if you will.
And that's what made you say, I'm going to jump in this shit and try
Yeah. And then the music came along a little bit, playing trombone, writing music, rapping, and started a record label because the acting wasn't as prevalent in New Orleans as L.A., New York, and different other places. So it wasn't as strong. So for many, many years, I derived away from it. And my cousin Tyler Perry, we would be entertaining the family back and forth with skits and comedy and different little stuff, not knowing that it would become something later on in life. It was just something to do to entertain. And he was always funny, always a comedic type of person. But for me, I went in music. And for him, he went into stage plays, but became very successful.
So I personally, when I introduced you in the beginning, I personally and I made it my point not to mention that he was your cousin, because I was going to mention it in here, or you were going to mention it, but when I gave you your introduction, I wanted you to stand alone as it's past just you or Tyler Perry's cousin now. You know what I'm saying? Tyler, because for people that don't know, one, you were doing movies before you became a big movie star.
That's correct.
You were shooting movies and you were in movies. Also, hey, other people may disagree, other people may not, but I happen to know firsthand there's nothing he could have done. But Tyler Perry didn't get you to be on screen with Denzel Washington.
That's correct.
Tyler Perry didn't get you to be on screen with Mark Wahlberg.
Correct.
Tyler Perry didn't get you in those doors. Correct. That was you and your talent. So that's why I say, you know what? I want him to know from my standpoint, you know, I'm one of the people who don't look at him as Tyler Perry's cousin because he's his own man. So, you know, I just didn't want to bring that up in the beginning. I wanted to wait. But speaking of Tyler Perry, they said, however, how was it doing the documentary, bro? Like, how did the process come? I mean, you know, me and you had talked for probably maybe a year or months. You was like, man, I'm about to do this documentary. Da, da, da. So I know how you would be in the middle of class and you'd be like, hold on, y'all, I got to take this call.
Yes, this is important.
Yeah, this is an important one right here.
You did
so
good too.
No, you were 100% the documentary.
Oprah made me watch it.
Oprah.
Yeah. You were like, man, something she said about you, and I'm like,
and listen,
I turned that motherfucker on.
To know you is to know, and to know you is to love you. Like when Lucky say something, you're like, all right, he gonna put it on. So we gotta check this shit out. But when I watched it, and I think I called you this and told you this, I remember you posted, you said, man, Oprah said I was the star of the show. And when I saw it, I said, let me go watch this shit, because I know how Lucky, he probably did good, but I don't know if Oprah leaned in this nigga ear and said, yeah. But I'm going to say this, bro. When I watched it, and I told you this, this ain't for no camera, because I told you this the moment I watched it. I called you personally. 100% you stole the show.
She wasn't lying.
You were that documentary. You were that. There's very few documentaries I watch and I say, if the star couldn't be in it, cool. Right. You could not. That documentary could not have been what it was without you in it, bro.
Man,
especially when what's the dad name?
Emmett.
Oh,
don't tell me that.
Oh man.
Like, yeah, that's from New Orleans.
Yeah, so give us a little backstory on how it come about and all of that.
I tell you this, man. I appreciate you guys. Y'all are my brothers. Been on board you guys for years, and I always listen to constructive criticism. You know, if I call Slam or I call Luck, and Luck will say, "Oh man, you did good or you didn't do good." Right. You know, I take it for what it's worth. You know, and don't take it lightly. You know, and the accolades you guys just gave me, I appreciate it. I don't take it lightly. You know what I mean? And Tyler, so they've been working on the documentary for about 10 years. Right. His baby mama Jalila, God bless her, she's a beautiful woman. They got a son together. Armani and Sante and Jasmine, they're top producers over at the studio. When they first started the documentary, they was interviewing my mom, me, my brother Eric, and so I just remember so much stuff growing up and in New Orleans, and Mardi Gras, Uptown, all kind of stuff. So later on, the studio. So the producer Jasmine had called me, and I thought she was playing with me. So she was like, "Hey, Lucky, this is Jasmine from Tyler Perry Studios," and I'm like, "Come on with the bullshit."
So
man.
he had something to do with the.
Yeah. So what he did was he allowed Jalila and the producers to have full range to do the documentary how they wanted.
All right. So he just wanted to
y'all do it.
Flow
But if y'all need me for anything,
let me know.
Contacts or anything like that. Yeah.
So when I'm talking to them, he get the phone because I thought they were lying. He said, "What up, cuz?" I said, "Oh, what's up, baby?" He said, "Man, listen, I need you to take care of him. You New Orleans, you know, da-da-da-da-da." And so this was 4 years prior to the documentary coming out. So they come to New Orleans, and we in the projects, we in the hoods, we everywhere. You know, we all New Orleans. You know, we can go anywhere.
Right.
You know, people love us, all of us. I'm talking about. So I'm, what up, Lock? And so as we're going, I'm also explaining about the Cold War and how the Spaniards fought the French, and how the French became the French quarters, and how the Spaniards had the Atlantic slave trade and doctors, and how we become with certain tongue from the Spaniards.
Right.
So a lot of things people don't know, that the Spanish had the boats in the Atlantic slave trade.
Right.
Not the Europeans. Everybody had slaves, the Dutches, the Europeans, Irelands, but they wasn't treating them like the Europeans treated us. So that's the key, even with the wives. The Europeans said we couldn't have a bunch of wives.
Exactly.
The biblical days didn't say that, so that's not accurate. So anyway, they were like, wow, so I'm dropping it on them. Because I'm a made man. I'm a self-educated man.
Right.
I graduated high school, I graduated college, I have a degree. But I educated myself as well on everything because I can't just listen to what people say. I have to go research it.
Right.
The Kabbalah, astrology, numerology, the Quran, Bible, anything. I need to match that. I got to understand why do it coincide. You know what I mean?
Right, your own interpretation. Of
Yeah, it's important. Like the word allow. Yeah, it's a good word, but the women interpretation is different.
Right.
I told a
That's a
woman she have to be trained, or I have to teach her. You can't teach me
train
nothing.
me.
I said, wow, you misunderstood that totally.
Webster Dictionary. Buy a dictionary. I'm start buying
I'm
women
not
dictionaries.
a dog. You can't train me. If I go get a job at Rallies, they have to train me.
You have to train.
It's okay.
And you're not a dog also.
All this stuff you guys are working with, y'all have to be trained to touch button 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Right.
You have to be taught that. That didn't just pop in your brain.
You don't get offended by what the word means. That's what the word
it's
means.
just only what the word means. So Tyler, to fast forward a bit, we filming Mardi Gras came, then COVID came. So we filming, we go on hiatus because of COVID, a year or so. That's what made it 4 years.
Okay.
Then they double back. Lucky, we back. We need you. I'm like, let's roll.
Right.
So we going, and I'm a reference to Uncle Emmett real quick. I called him in the documentary. When the documentary comes on, I'm on the phone with my cousin Melva. I said, your brother's a billionaire. I said, well, girl, you should feel good, right? Millionaire, billionaire status means nothing to me. We're all the same. When we go to heaven and die and get in our coffin, we can't take none of that stuff with us.
None of it.
Right.
So all human beings are the same to me.
Ever see a Brinks
and
truck
billionaires.
following a hearse?
And ever. It won't never happen in a million years, right? So my point to her was, be proud of your brother, where he come from. The gutter, the poverty, the obscurity, the homelessness, the no money. The documentary is in history, nobody's talked and said anything but him.
Right.
And Oprah and all them, but not that it doesn't matter, but they called him when he was Tyler Perry.
Right.
What about when he was Junior?
Right.
When we was growing up? What about, we need to talk about him. So that's what I felt, and that's what I brought to the table, right? So me being authentic to myself, unscripted, keeping it 100, doing my slang, doing my gestures, it bled into the documentary so well. They just kept recording me. They kept interviewing me.
You started off as an extra. You became a lead role.
I was just an extra.
That's what made it authentic, because it felt like
it
you
was
just
so
talking.
authentic, bro.
You're not trying to talk proper to them. You just, this is how we talk down here. You come down here, you gotta adapt to how you're gonna hear what we talk.
That's right.
So that's what made me like.
Amazing, bro.
I just got in depth
And
with
I'm
it.
glad
like,
both of y'all like it, because you guys are rough critics, both of y'all.
Yeah.
You guys are. I know y'all. You guys are like, this is some shit.
Yeah, nigga would have said,
y'all don't just
"Alright,
dive
come
off
on."
of anything.
Yeah,
Y'all have been honest, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, it was good, but look, come on now. Y'all would have been honest, and people gotta appreciate that.
I think in the heartbreak of it, I think in the success of the person in it, I think every piece of it was done correctly. Yeah. And I think you were you being at each stage of that, even, and I don't know if people understood and how much this played a part. See, I now look at things from an art standpoint. So, you know, everything is, I'm not looking at movies anymore just to watch the movie. I'm looking at it, you know, the great movies will make you forget you're watching a movie and think you're watching something for real. But now you look at them and you see things, but little things you notice that play such a big role, like certain things you was talking about and places you would be, you had regular clothes on with the beanie.
I had the regular clothes.
And then other times you had the suit on.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
The button up. And it's kind of like, it makes so much sense because it brings you into that. And I remember feeling it. Not very many documentaries draw me in like a movie would. I referenced The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls documentary. Since that one, this has been the only other one that has drawn me in like it's a movie. Like I felt myself saying, you know, even with the Uncle Emmett shit, I'm sitting there saying, nah, he's making sure he's straight. Why the fuck he can't go out there and at least be nice a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Because this man, the nigga you fucked over me, still paying for your shit.
Hey, let me tell you this. That's what I was telling my buddy Vip. It was heartbreaking because I fuck with Uncle Emmett.
Right.
This is my guy. You know, he real asshole. He been ignorant like all our life. But it's okay. We deal with these people in New Orleans all our life. Bro, they had a storm came, the one right after Hurricane Katrina. I think it was Ida. A bad.
No, after Katrina was
not Ida. I'm sorry, Rita. It was bad right after Katrina. We in the house. We playing cards. He lost cards. He lost the game. He got mad. You can get the fuck out of here. Now, I didn't have to leave. I'm grown. I held him back. I'm not scared of Uncle Emmett, right? So my mom had a house right around the corner. We left out the house. Trees falling, wind blowing, right? Uncle Emmett felt bad. He come the next morning on the tractor, move the trees out the road, but had some red beans and water. Y'all come on live around there by that house. You know y'all had to leave out that house. No. You told us to leave.
Right.
In the storm. You got that. You got to deal with that. You know what I mean? The point I'm making is my mom will always say stuff like, man, you got so much class. You know, you're so honorable. I didn't have to leave out that house. This is a mansion we talking about. You see on the documentary with, she said he bought me that house. And you see that big old house in the back?
Right.
That mansion? That's where we were. So they had their own water supply, their own lights. It never cuts off. They're on their own generator, right? In the storm.
Okay.
So in the country, everybody's house is black for theirs, right? But my point is, when I called the day before, I called his kids. I called him. I texted him. I said, I'm coming to holler at you. I'm with Tyler's studio, his people. When I got there, what pissed me off was, it was more said. They just took the sound bites and the clicks. What pissed me off with Uncle Emmett was, this is your son that's here, first of all. He built this house for you and your wife.
The gate you shutting us out of,
he
built.
paid for that.
Right.
And I'm not coming on my own merit to do some bullshit. They sent me. But here's the part that broke my heart. I got a mic on. The camera's on. I know they're recording.
Right.
And he cutting up. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I said, Uncle Emmett, God damn it. Let me tell you what I was trying to do. I was trying to humanize the brother. I just want you to tell us where you come from.
Right.
Who
your
raised
side.
you?
We want to hear your side.
Why are you so hard and sultry like Joe Jackson and like, you know, a lot of men who was just King Richard with Serena and them, and why were you like that? You know, not as bad, but he was just a rough fucking man. Right. Why? Just explain to us why.
Basically, he validated
what Tyler said.
Everything. And because I was like, man, I'm thinking, you know, when people get rich, you be like, you'll think, was it that bad, or you just holding on to this shit? We all go through shit, but you see it and you like,
it was that bad.
And the thing about movies.
Damn it, you Uncle Emmett.
The thing about movies, not documentaries, but movies, the villain a lot of times doesn't want you to know or acts like he or she is not the villain. Right. Uncle Emmett
was like, fuck.
Played, if this were a movie, it's like, no, he showed you I'm the villain the whole way through. Yeah. And that's how it resonated with me. It shit was crazy, bro.
But even so, it made me still like look at him like, who hurt him? What made him become this? Because like we all, like I tell people, man, we're born pure. Yeah. I used to have this thing with like, you questioning God, like, which one more powerful, God or the devil? If I was born pure, why you allowing this to happen to me? You know what I'm saying? So you question this shit. So from my standpoint, I'm looking at it like, what caused him to start to
let me
get
say
callous?
this to you. I'm glad you said that, and hopefully the viewing audience can pick up on this, because a lot of times people are going through things and we don't know they're going through things.
Right.
That's a
And they're
fact.
dealing with depression, and they're dealing with loneliness, and dealing with heartbreak, and they're dealing with anxiety,
That's a
and they're
fact.
dealing with this stuff, man. And we don't mental anxiety, all kind of stuff.
Right.
Uncle Emmett was left in a ditch, young.
Right.
The woman who raised him used to put him in a potato sack and beat him. She thought that's how she had to get him to listen and have authority.
Wow.
His mom and dad left. He had a 3rd grade education in the country. So all he knew was to work. So Uncle Emmett learned how to read blueprints and build houses. So my dad, him, my uncles, that's all they did. It passed down to my generation. My kids didn't pick it up because, all generations are all tech now. They're not into getting the hammer and the nail.
Right.
So Uncle Emmett, all he knew was to just build and take care of the family.
Right.
But he didn't know how to love. He didn't know how to love. He didn't know how to say to his wife.
didn't have it.
He didn't have it, making love to her and say, I love you and this feels good and ooh baby.
Right.
He never ooh baby his wife because he didn't know how to ooh baby. He was a Neanderthal, a caveman, if you will.
Right.
Let me just jump on you, get my rocks off, and go fix me a sandwich and let me get a beer.
Right.
I'm not mad at him. My daddy didn't tell me he loved me until I was old. Not old, I'm sorry, an adult. I was like 23, 24. I said, I love you, daddy. All right, son. I said, no. You have to tell me that back.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't know to say that. You have to tell me that back. These men was raised a certain way.
Yeah, I told you, and you know my pa.
Yeah.
You know him. Yeah,
for sure.
Man, I text this man one day and I was just like, hey, bro, just randomly. I was just when I was living in Dallas, so I wasn't there I hadn't seen him for a few months, and I just texted him. I was like, hey, bro, I just want you to know I love you, because you know how I am with my pa. That's my
for
dude.
sure. Yeah, all day.
I'm like, listen, I just want you to know I love you, bro. I appreciate you for everything. Thank you for, we just had a date with the kids. And I just was happy that he made me the man I am, that I want to be around my kids. And he was just like, I was like, so I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you, and just thank you for being you and thank you for being my pa. That nigga texted me back and said, no, I'm lying. He called me. Said, bro, you thinking about checking out? I'm like, what? He said, this sound like I'm about to go. I said, no, nigga, people can tell you that they love you randomly. Yeah, bro. He said, man, I thought you was about to check out.
Can I tell you something funny?
Is your shot on the ground somewhere?
I'm like, damn.
Tell you something funny.
You his name
saying
too.
that
Man, what?
You saying that shit? I'm sitting in front of the door. Sometimes I go places to get alone.
Yes.
I'm sitting, I'm checking emails, I'm looking at my phone. My sister texts me that I just want you to know how much I love and appreciate you, bruh. I clutched the gun.
Something's happening.
Yeah.
Looking out the window, like they own me.
Something's happening.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Because we're not used to that.
Not
She
used
like,
to
nah,
it.
I'm
He
letting
just
you
not
know.
used
I'm
to
like,
it.
nah, you scared me, man. I'm looking, thinking the nigga about to hit me
The
up.
day
or
he dropped
something.
me off at college,
You know what
bro.
I'm
The
saying?
day he
I'm
dropped me
spooked
off
out
in
like a
college.
motherfucker.
The day he dropped me off in college, he gave me like $1,000 cash. We went to Walmart. We bought everything I needed. And to my dorm, I was in the athletic dorm, but my roommates and shit, my people had the money to them. Nah, we didn't, but to them. My daddy had just a decent job. That nigga he gave me $1,000, put everything in there, bought snacks for everybody, boom, 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 boom. And as he dabbed me. And even to the day, I dap him and, give him a hug and shit. We golf together and all. And that nigga was walking out. I said, all right, I love you, bro. And that nigga said, huh? Wait, huh? What? I said, I love you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Love you too. Yeah.
But let me say this and we move on. I told Uncle Emmett I loved him one time. True story, right hand of God. This is years ago. I said, I love you, Uncle Emmett. He said, love you too. I turned my truck off. I said, damn, he must be about to die. And I said, you all right? You good? Because he had never said that.
Right.
And I called my little cousin and I said, hey, Uncle Emmett don't got no cancer. Nothing like, he good? He like, yeah, why you saying that? I said, because I just told him I love him. And he told me back. Uncle Emmett had never said that. This after Maxine died. I just went to go check on him. That's why even in the documentary, I always checked on Uncle Emmett.
It make you feel like, damn, bro, not with me.
Yeah, why you acting like that,
right.
dude? Come on now. On the camera, nigga.
Like, that was the point
If
of
that camera wasn't on, I'd have got
busy.
busy on him, though.
Yeah.
I'd have been on a whole nother level.
But
I didn't want to do that in front of the
you know
camera.
what though?
You know?
If the camera wouldn't have been on, he probably wouldn't have been
Well,
that
yeah,
person.
that's
either.
right. That's right. That's right.
He
Because he saw
probably
the
would
camera.
have. Yeah,
That's the thing. He probably didn't want to be on camera.
He probably
didn't know how to
and,
react.
and he know
That's
what
why
this
he was-
about.
But
He
what
know y'all ain't about to
disappointed me-
glorify
what
me.
No, right. Hear what he
He
thought.
know you ain't about to glorify
No,
me.
but I was.
But
this
in
is
his
what
mind.
disappointed. This is what disappointed me with the camera crew. I told them don't jump out the truck. See, we went the day before. He saw us on the camera in the house. They jumped out with the cameras. I told them don't do that. Let me go talk to my uncle. Soften him up, you know. By the way, the camera people here, and listen, I want to ask you 2 questions, 3. Where you come from, why you got in carpentry, and whatever. 3 questions on game, and he would have let me do that.
Right.
But when we went the next day, he was ready. Well, don't give a fuck out them camera. I said, damn.
They ain't let you ease him in, because if you let a man talk about what he want to talk about,
It's all right.
he's gonna get everything
Yeah.
else.
That's right.
So let me ask you this, and I know this seems like it's off subject, but I'm gonna tell you how it correlates. Do you think Tyler Perry would be who he is today if not for Madea and the Madea Road?
No, not at all. Not at all.
And I'm asking you that because if Uncle Emmett was more closer to him, he may not have been that close to a Madea or that, you know what I'm saying?
understand.
He may not have been, you know, like if my dad is close to me.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be hard for me I don't spend that much time with my grandma.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking
So let me say this, and that's a very good question, and I'm gonna make it make a lot of sense for you.
Okay.
Right? So growing up, if I'm around my dad and I see him working, then I want to make my daddy proud, right? So I want to pick up what he's putting down.
Right.
Let me learn how to shoot the nail gun and use the saw. If Uncle Emmett is not talking to Tyler correctly as a young man or in a man, you don't want to be around him.
that's a fact.
So we never wanted to be around Uncle Emmett ever. You know, if we had to, it's cool. But Tyler never wanted to be around him to learn, pick up what he putting down. That's the first thing. Second thing is his brain said, if Uncle Emmett is paying us, Uncle Emmett was the boss man. But if Uncle Emmett is paying us every Friday, who's paying him? So Tyler wanted to be the guy that paid Uncle Emmett.
Right.
So if Uncle Emmett got $3,000 on a Friday, how much money the guy that, you know,
Right,
the
how
architect
many-
guy, the
yeah.
foreman, the lead man.
So
that's
that's why he spent more time with
no. I'm gonna get to it.
Okay.
So Aunt Thelma, Aunt May. So our grandmother died before we were born.
Oh,
So we don't
okay.
know our grandmother on our mama's side. And our parents, me and his mom was young
Okay.
when their mother died.
Okay.
Our great grandmother's a white lady, Grandma Barbara, who had no shoes on in the country, burnt all her pictures before she died, because she said you could take her spirit from her pictures. So my grandfather had to ride with my grandmother in the back with the kids, or they would have killed them in the country because they was biracial.
Right.
So he would say, "I'm just driving Miss Daisy."
I know I'm light skinned, but you don't have to point at me when you say
that's
biracial.
okay. You part of the biracial world.
That nigga said because
No,
they was
we are. But
biracial.
guess what? I'm
Nigga pointed right
biracial.
at
My grandmother's a white lady.
Mine too.
You dig what I'm saying? So but for Tyler, because the masculinity was too great from Uncle Emmett, he didn't trickle down the compassion, love, and sensitivity, so to speak. So Tyler would veer more to Aunt Maxine, my mama, Aunt Thelma, and Aunt May. And so these women was teaching him a different way. God just had something that was different in store for him. He had eczema in the skin, so he couldn't be in the sun with us. The sun would fuck his skin up. It would irritate him. So he got to be in the shade. Uncle Emmett didn't understand that. So the men would be like, "Man, your boy must be a sissy. Why are you over there under the tree?" No, he got eczema in the skin.
Right.
His skin was fucked up. He couldn't be in the sun. Uncle Emmett didn't understand that. So Uncle Emmett took it as if he was soft.
Right.
Get the fuck over here. You see these other boys over here with shooting these nail guns. Them will fuck you up. So he would just fuck him up. Get over here, be rough, be strong, you know?
Right.
So Tyler, fast forward, in a particular play, the woman who's supposed to come and do the part in Chicago, she didn't come. So Mardell was birthed because one of the actors didn't come.
Off a fluke.
Off a fluke. So he said, let me put on some shit, right? Go out there and entertain the people. Mardell is born. Let me get with Alvin Ross the next day, and let's make the whole show around Mardell. It was never supposed to be around Mardell.
Right.
The character Tyler played was Joe, Papa Joe, the brother.
He listened to the opportunists in this.
I had no other choice because he had to do the woman role, that dropped out and his role. So now I got to infuse them both. So let me just throw on the dress, let me throw on the wig, put some lipstick on, because the pace is packed to the rafters. They spent their
If
money.
that never happens, you don't think he's as successful as he is right
No,
now?
I'm being honest with you.
No, I agree. I totally agree.
We don't give a fuck about Clark Kent. Nigga, we love Superman.
Right.
This nigga cool as a fan. Hell whipping, strong, you know. Lois Lane's the idiot. Lois Lane, you should be fucking with Clark. He's nice.
Right.
All the bitches want Superman. Lois, you tripping. We don't care about Peter Parker. He's a nerd. Right. We love Superman. That nigga upside down kissing.
And Clark and Peter got the same powers that the other ones got.
Yes.
And want to be out the limelight.
And want to be out the limelight, so they thumb themselves down.
Add some more.
You know, so Tyler,
add a little more.
When the model popped up, everybody was able to relate to the weed smoking, pistol toting grandmother who flipped up the Bible. She knew the word, but she played with it enough just to get to. The whole thing was, let me just get to you enough so I could drop some jewels on you as the elderly. So the elder statesman or woman of the group was Madea. So if you pay close attention to the plays of the movies, she always dropped the knowledge.
Always
dropped the knowledge.
So by you saying that, if not for that, he may not have made it. And we only got a few minutes left, but I just want to get your. Well, he said we could do it the next segment. I like talking to Bodie off screen because he whispers, but I still talk to him.
That's right, chemistry.
So it don't fucking matter.
Shout out to Bodie.
But shout out to Bodie. But I just was questioning, like, by that being it, do you think that now playing a woman, a black woman, is somewhat the secret sauce to getting in Hollywood?
It's not a secret sauce, but it is a sauce. And the only reason because Martin did it with Big Mama, Jamie did it with Wanda, but you got to realize Robin Williams did it with Miss Doubtfire.
Absolutely.
And killed. You know, we're the only particular race that kind of downplay it and look at it as being demasculine, if you will. Yeah. But Flip Wilson did it in the 60s with Geraldine. And him and Ali had a good little part with Geraldine and Ali. And Ali's a man's man, you know what I mean? Nation of Islam, you know what I mean? So, but no, what happens is, instead of us looking at it for the art, everything to me is for the art, for me, I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So some people are looking at it as if it's coonery and buffoonery, like Spike said, till he got his mind right and gave him a soundstage at the studio. Right. It's art form. When I was running the CONVO Theater, people would come and have these what they call the drag shows, pageants. Right. And I was afraid because I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna see, what's about to happen in here. But then I saw the art and I saw the dresses and
You saw the dresses. We're gonna take a break and come right back.
Sounds good.
And we back. I hate that I had to cut it because, you know, I could talk to Lucky all day. But we can continue with the secret sauce, and you can just get that piece out, how you feel about, you know, men. Because I feel like it is a trend where, and I feel like we downplay it because more of us do have to do it. You name Robin Williams and you name somebody else that was white.
It was a bunch of them actually.
Yeah, it's a bunch of white people.
When Wesley Snipes and them did
that whole movie
with all the drag
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze, rest in peace. You know, it's a few of them that did it, that stepped out, and even when the Wayans did the White Chicks, you know, it's just people are missing the art form. Right. They're missing the comedy. They're missing the satire. They're missing the stock character. People love the stock character.
You think it make more sense to just get a funny female though?
No, because it's not as funny. Because you can't pull off what Madea doing with the titty shaking and the pistols and the talking crazy. Let me tell you why logically.
The mimicking.
Because you know it's a man underneath there. Right. You can even hear him say, hello? Oh, hey, girl, what you doing? What's going on? That's funny as hell.
No, that's funny. When he talks in his regular voice, it's funny as shit.
Because you know what's behind it. It's really a man. Gotcha. So that's funny. And so, but people are missing the art form.
But you do think there's some sauce to it. You do think that's a sauce?
To a degree, yes. To a degree, yes. You don't need it per se if you're just talented. I think I'm extremely talented. I stayed away from the girl character for years, and then one day me and Buckhead did it in the Joy Theater. I forget the name of the play. Called Bounce, I believe. But So
The name of the play you did?
It was called Bounce, I believe.
No, it was
the first
called
one was Catch That Beat.
Catch That Beat.
Big Frida in 2008.
It's the best,
but I didn't do
one of the best plays I ever seen in my life.
He always say that. And that kind of gave Big Frida the bug for acting. So I started teaching him and coaching him, and now look who he's become, which is a proud moment for me because I'm like, keep going, man. Keep going. Keep doing your thing.
Right.
Be true to yourself. You know, don't try and compromise yourself. Don't try and even change who you are. Just do what you're doing.
Right.
And people going to gravitate to you, you know, because it's an art form, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Be respectful. Don't be trying to, you know, ooh la la, because you're going to get punched in the face. You know what I mean? And just be yourself. You know, if you see a guy and that guy's gay and you know he's gay, then you conversate. But don't try and talk to a straight man trying to make it something it's not, and then you get yourself killed. And he understood that for the most part, and I appreciated that always.
Dude been like that. Dude, like I watched the interview with him, and he told the motherfucker like the new gendering people. He like, man, nah, to
The
my
new
bros.
gendering people.
I'm saying it because
I love this guy. I love this fucking guy.
I gotta call you or him or him, but when he around, like, if he know this is you, he's talking to you like regular, so you can talk to him like regular.
I'll never have another co-host
here around the girl.
ever in life. That nigga said the new gendering people.
That's right.
So they
I
new
love
gender.
this fucking guy. It is a new gender.
Because they'll tell you, you misgendering me. Nah, I'm telling you what was taught to me how you are.
Good deal.
But you know the
fucking
bro.
guy.
That's
You know,
right.
you know what I'm saying.
So,
That's like,
new gender.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
You know what I mean.
Come
I know
on,
exactly what you
man.
mean. That's what makes it funny.
yes, understood.
So let me
100%.
ask you. You got so much shit going on, bro.
Yeah, brother.
All the King's Men. You got a book coming out.
Yeah,
Did I say that wrong?
you did. No, you said it right.
I said, this
Oh,
what
you
we
threw the
doing
hand
here.
up. I look
Because it's all the queens.
all the
Queens
Queens
Men.
Men. So I did say it wrong.
You
That's
did.
why you threw your hand up. That nigga ain't even catch it. That's
I
how
was
much
about
shit
to-
he got going
no,
on.
I was going to come back around to you.
all right.
I'm cold blooded with
So
it.
look, you
that
got the
count.
book. You got chips.
Yeah.
How you get chips?
So I'm doing a thing called bounce snacks. So you know they got rap snacks.
Rap snacks.
Right.
But we bounce. You know, I come from an era of a bounce market, right? So I had a record label. I had hip hop and bounce. We had Tim Buck and Frida and Nobi and Hassizzle. The list goes on and on. Got it. I could drop them all down. Coming from under Big Face Records. So that style and genre of music is all hip hop party. So you got hip hop gangster, fuck the police. You got hip hop snap, boom, boom, boom. You got hip hop conscious, most deaf, common. You know what I mean? You got hip hop party. It's bounce.
Right. That's a
So
fact.
it's all hip hop, but it's party. So I come in that era of T.T. Tucker and DJ Irv and Jubilee and PNC and the list goes on and on and on. I'm an originator in that market with a little bounce song I had. But I like to party and have fun and let people jam, right? So I said, well, they got rap snacks. We need bounce snacks. So I created the chip, honey barbecue, smoke. So my name in the show I'm in called All the Queens Men on BET,
Right.
Tyler Perry show with the madam. My character's introduced, and when I come in, I'm a bad boy. You know what I mean?
I was on that show.
Are you
watching it?
Yeah.
Do you have chips on the show?
I don't, but I created the chips because of the show. Because my name is Smoke.
Right.
So Honey Smoke Barbecue. I'll do a little restaurant in Atlanta called Smoke Barbecue Restaurant.
Right.
So you have to play off the name. Think about Taraji P. Henson. She did Empire. She was Cookie.
Right.
And she felt some type of way because her handlers and her people didn't get endorsements for the name Cookie.
Right.
The name Cookie could have had cookies till this day.
That's a fact.
This is a fact. So let me tell you what happens.
Like Babe Ruth.
Like Babe Ruth.
Cookie,
Babe
cookie,
Ruth.
man. Cookies.
Cookies. A lot
I
of
always
times
said Wayne should have had a lollipop when Lollipop came
He
out.
should have had a lollipop. He would have made tons of money. If you remember, Will Smith had the glasses on in Men in Black. The glasses made millions and millions of dollars.
Ray-Ban, huh?
Because he said, I look good. I make these look good. Because Will Smith said that, the glasses sold. Had Will Smith known that, he would have got attached to the glasses and made money off the glasses, just like Deion Sanders with the glasses.
Right.
What made me learn that many years ago is Princess Diana. She died. She was in Star Trek, the original princess with the things.
All right.
She got money for being in the movie, but she didn't get money on the baby dolls, the posters, all the paraphernalia, all the marketing stuff, all the merchandise. We as entrepreneurs in ownership, my job is to come back to my city and tell the people to own
To
the
own
thing.
it, correct.
When Frida did the show, I said, Frida, you can't just do the show. You have to sell something. See, the money we're getting to do episodes is different from the merchandise.
Right.
Right.
We own the merchandise. I don't own all the Queens.
Sell it
Men,
on the
BET.
show.
Yes. You just wear it, say it, whatever. and it's endorsed. It's product placement, like we're doing with the cloud cocktails
yes,
and the Mahara product bundles. So we're promoting a brand.
Right.
Somebody's looking at it is going to say, "Let me go see what that is." Even if it's one person, we made some money.
Right.
So for my potato chips, anything dealing with replenishing, this has to be replenished. This is $1 million industry.
Right.
$1 billion actually.
Right.
Same thing with your
money,
hair
I'm
care
saying.
product. Reason I'm saying that is because anything got to be replenished makes money.
Right.
I could wear this shirt for 10 years. Don't never have to buy another shirt.
That's a fact.
You hear me? My cousin DJ Augustine, he's in the NBA. He gave me this shirt. This is a custom made shirt that he.
The bag gonna run out. The bag of chips gonna run out.
And so you got them in Christmas. Every day is Christmas for me, right? Mm-hmm. You see the present is
Merry
wrapped
Christmas,
up
brother.
nice. Thank you, brother. You see the gift wrapped. You like the present. You like it. But guess what? You want the content that's on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? You tear up the wrapper, the nice bow. You throw that away. You dig in the box and look what I got.
Right.
Well, that's what's going on with the chips. You're going to see the chip. You see me on the chip.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to take the content. You're going to throw the bag away.
Right.
You're going to discard the bag.
Right.
But you're going to be fulfilled with the chip. Right?
Right.
But it need to be replenished. So guess what you're going to do? You're going to go buy another bag. You're going to tell Slam, look, Slam going to tell Bo going to tell. And then now it become a domino effect. And so now my income stream is different. So I'm dealing with several now. Okay, I got passive because I have rental property. I got residuals because I have movies out. I have earned income.
What you doing, Lucky?
Or nothing. Just counting my checks. Earn income because of my W-2 forms. You understand? I have interest income because if I send a cameraman somewhere to go film, I may charge the people $1,500. He may charge me $500.
Right.
I made an interest off of that, so I make $1,000.
Cutting up.
That's an interest.
Not gonna move.
So I'm trying to teach people this, and you also can get a dividend.
You don't want to switch that? Give him 1,000. You take 5.
If he asks for $1,000, I'm gonna charge $2.
Okay.
So it's only you still can ask for what you. Yeah, so I'm not trying to beat him. I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting my just due off the system.
That's business.
Gotcha.
This is how much you charge. All right,
Yeah,
you charge
tell me
me
what you
how
charge.
much you
So
willing
tell
to
me
pay
about the book.
And
Tell
I
me
tell
briefly
them what
about
I'm
the book.
charging. And I explain to them just know that you want $500.
Oh, we gonna put the chips right here. Point right here. This is where the chips gonna go.
Chips, yes,
Right here.
yes.
We gonna send him a picture of the chips.
Please,
They gonna go
you
right
got to
here.
get the chips.
We're gonna go right here.
The
But
book
tell me about the book. This
is-
book right here.
this book right here.
No, we can't have two
Oh,
of
it's
them.
too little.
All right, do
Yo.
your book. You do the book.
See this book?
No, you can put it right here in the middle.
like
Just put it in
that.
the middle. Just put it in the
Oh,
middle.
okay.
All right, there you go. There you go. All right, this book.
This book is called When a Woman Loves.
Okay.
So I did a stage play called When a Woman Loves.
All right.
I'm dealing with domestic violence. I'm dealing with HIV, and I'm dealing with cancer in the play.
Wow.
I do the play every year. And I'm sponsored, funded, and endorsed by various companies because of the cancer, because of the HIV, and because of the domestic violence. So I conquered 3 different, not knowing until people started calling saying, "Hey, we can help with this."
Right,
We deal with battered women. We deal with HIV, the fight against
Right,
AIDS.
right.
We deal with cancer.
Right.
Okay, well, send me a few $1,000, and we're going to keep doing it. So I'm able to pay people, get it on production, and make some really good money with it every year. When a Woman Loves, the book derived from the play, which will later on derive into a movie, because I have a Tyler Perry syndrome, because that's what he did.
Right.
So he made his plays into movies. Sometimes they were sitcoms, but most of them became movies. All of the plays.
And some of the movies became sitcoms.
And that's correct. He probably named it something else.
Right.
But the script was there. So as soon as I finish a play, I normally shoot a movie because my character still remember from the play. You was in the neighborhood.
Right,
So when I do the neighborhood, I can say, "Look, come do the neighborhood for me."
Right.
You was the Muslim.
Right.
Polish you up real quick. You're going to remember it because you did it already. Or I'll show you the clip for the critique.
Right.
You see, so that strategy was good for me because I work at Tyler Perry Studios down in Atlanta. I just had a meeting with him, Kevin Hart, Will Packard, and I'm going to be associate producing on some stuff.
Okay.
I'm excited about it.
Cool. I can't wait for
so
the
I can keep
call.
learning. Yeah, for sure.
No,
because somebody got to go and then come
Can't
back
wait for
and
the
get some
call.
people. You know what I mean? Oh, you're going to get a call.
Oh, I know I am.
when the
One thing I know is I know I am.
That's right, brother.
When the act
So
class-
that's already. So he that particular move allowed me to take his formula. Tyler revolutionized the whole model of the industry. The
That's
way
a
he
fact.
filmed, the way he shoot, I see it now.
You answered the question. My bad for cutting you
That's
off.
okay.
Because people like to throw when you see a copy of something or you the wheel, why reinvent the wheel?
Oh,
and people
yes.
I used to see people always joining you trying to copy off such and such.
Right, that's crazy.
And you called it the Tyler Perry formula,
Yes.
or the Tyler Perry syndrome, which is like, I mean, not motherfucker. This was work. He did what he kicked the door in. He proved. He showed and proved.
But he also showed you why reinvent the wheel too.
Yeah. Well, he got the blueprint. So well, let me not use the word reinvent the wheel, but let me use the word that enhance my wheel.
Yeah, enhance.
Because if I reinvent it, it's already invented. So the wheel is already invented. So now you got 22s, 24s, you got
Vogues.
Yeah. So the wheel is already there.
White
The
walls.
circumference is already there. Now you just make it big or small.
You think well, I ain't gonna say you think. I know that's probably why. After the documentary, they called about being on the show.
Yeah. So
because it was like it was undeniable. It's like,
was
all right,
undeniable.
get his ass
Yeah,
up here now.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So talking to Tyler when he called me, he said, did I ever let you hear the conversation?
You let me hear a conversation. I don't know if it was that conversation.
He when he called me, he said, man, you had the goods, man. He said, you brought the goods, man. I didn't know you remembered all that stuff. I said, yeah, man, I remember a lot of stuff. He said, but why, let me ask you something. Why you didn't tell Denzel I was your cousin and Mark Wahlberg and Halle Berry? I said, well, cuz, listen, I say, I'm not ashamed of you, you're a billionaire.
Right.
But I want them to like me for me.
Facts.
I'm Lucky Johnson.
Right.
So when I would go fly fishing with Denzel, or I go hang out with Holly, or I'm going in Miami with The Rock when his mom died, I'm there with him, right? Later on in life, they found out through the grapevine that I'm his cousin. So they'll be somewhere with him. He'll say, man, I did a movie with your cousin. Tyler said, who? He said, Lucky Johnson. Yeah, that's my cousin. He didn't, and then they would say to him, he didn't tell us you was his cousin.
Right.
So this kind of...
You wasn't using his name.
Yeah, I'm on my own merit.
name up.
Like Luck said, I was getting these gigs by auditioning and really doing a good job.
Michael Jordan's son played basketball. He didn't make it.
Right.
Dale Curry's son played basketball too.
He made it.
That jump
Steve,
shot turned him into Steph Curry.
Indeed.
At some point, you got to be who you are, no matter who bring you to the table.
Correct. No matter who brings you to the
And
table. Yeah.
you went to them tables by you. Not only did he not bring you to the table, you went to the table by yourself,
Yes.
and you scored by yourself.
And I give God all the glory and praise because that's who made it happen for me.
Exactly.
And I'm very appreciative of Tyler because
Lord
Tyler had the
Jesus.
blueprint. So when I studied his blueprint,
Right.
and he would say to me, don't call them gospel plays. Look at my colors. Look at my lights. Look how I'm transitioning them. Don't make them that long. Don't go to Q93. Go to FM 98. That's who's spending the money. He would say these things. And I don't think he thought I was really picking it up, but I was picking it up.
Right.
And every time when I'm around him and Oprah, I don't even talk, fellas. I just
Shut
listen.
up.
What am I talking about? Robert Frederick Smith, the richest black man in America, $9 billion. My friend. He said, Lucky, why you never ask me for nothing? Because if you give me something, you're going to stop answering my call.
Right.
What you're giving me verbally and knowledge, wisdom,
That's powerful.
that's powerful. I never asked them for anything.
You ever give me something, you gonna stop?
You're going to stop
my
answering the phone. Slam, if I call you and say, Slam, give me $3,000, you're going to give it to me. You love me. But then when I call you, you're going to say, God damn.
You want
He
$3,000?
needs something now.
He needs something. Now you're crippling me. You're handicapping me. See where I'm going? So
I'd have hit Oprah. You still getting out them calls?
Oprah,
I'm
listen,
upset.
Oprah, I got Oprah number now.
That's fire.
I mean, I text every now and again just to say, hey, I be texting them once a month, not a lot, because I don't want to overdo it.
Right.
But then I let them tell me, what are you doing?
You text and say, "Wine,
I give her I give her a whole nickname. What's up, O?
Yeah, what up, O?
Wine,
Morning,
man.
O.
And when she
So,
saw me, she was
what-
like, Lucky.
You still fucking
stole
with
the
Stedman a
show.
little bit?
Yeah, that's right. I
Where
said-
can you where
So
can they
the book
watch
is-
the show at?
So the book is on Amazon.
Oh, yeah, tell me the book.
The book is on Amazon.
Okay.
You can order it now.
This one.
That one. It's $6.99. Because I don't want an expensive book. I want to be able to cater to my people. I want them to read it. It's a good read. It's a lot of fictitious stuff, but it's also stuff for healing. It's also stuff for you to say, let me go get myself checked. Let me go.
Gotcha.
I slept with this woman. I slept with this man. Let me go get myself checked. I didn't sleep with a man.
We got what you're saying. We got what you were
Well, you
saying.
got to say it
We got what
because
you were saying.
they'll take an
I need a
8-second
button in here
clip.
that say pause.
Yeah, pause. They'll take an 8-second clip from a 2 minute
yeah,
interview
absolutely.
and run the
Yeah,
world
yeah.
with it. They crazy.
I knew it.
I knew it.
Put all the
Lucky.
clips together.
Yeah.
It's okay to wear a dress. I slept with this man.
Boom,
Pause.
goddamn. So the book is out now on Amazon. Make sure y'all cop that on Amazon. When a Woman Loves. The potato chips come out in late April.
These
the potato
chips.
chips.
These right here.
Honey Barbecue from Bounce Snacks. The website is up right now.
Is it just you, or you gonna have other people's chips?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and incorporate other bounce artists.
Yeah.
I don't know the exactly ones yet.
Right.
But I want to talk to them about what they would charge. The
Get some
percentage for having
treaty
their face.
chips.
Treated.
Treaty.
Treaty. Oh, Treaty.
Yeah.
Reedy.
Treaty.
Treaty is a bounce artist.
Yes.
Treaty. Okay.
I need her chips.
So I'm gonna step
You'll
to a
eat her
lot of
chips.
them.
That's what you
So,
said?
I would
You'll
eat her chips.
I need them treaties.
Some of them will allow me to do it. Some of them are gonna have
Yeah,
egos.
treaty. Yeah.
And unfortunately for their egos, they're gonna always lose.
Yeah, they're gonna if they
egos
That's a
are gonna
fact.
lose.
That's a fact.
and that's crazy with business. You have to send a representative of the fairer skin for them not to ask for
Too much.
too much. Because if you go, well, I won't have or some
Yeah,
shit.
and
Like,
that's not
That's not how
reality.
business is. So
That's right.
that's why I said, if you ask me if I be in people DM, they big.
Right.
I don't be in your DM. I can look and window shop.
Where can they watch the show at?
So All the Queen's Men is on BET Plus.
Man, that's a fucking.
And it's fire.
Wow, bro. Congratulations, bro.
I used to watch it with
Congratulations,
somebody.
bro.
She had me on that shit, and I'm watching them like,
From the number
It
one.
wasn't what we thought it was.
The
When
number
it
one
first come out,
documentary
I
in the
saw
country
number
to
one documentary
TV
in the
show.
country, yeah. And TV
That's
pays.
amazing,
Movies
bro.
do well,
Right.
but TV keep you working.
Yeah, yeah.
So now let me
Residual.
tell you this: I did so well in season 4, and you guys gonna see it. You're gonna appreciate it. I promise you. And I'm on some gangster shit.
Right.
You know, I got slugs.
What you can play?
I gotta catch up though.
Yeah.
I've been off. I
Yeah.
gotta catch up, but I do
Try
like
and
the
catch
show.
up season 3. Season 4 comes out late May, early June. I talked to Tyler the other day. He was excited. He said, "Man, your scenes look good, bro. You're killing it, man." And then Elon Johnson, shout out to Elon. She's the one of the other executive producers, top producer. She was like, "Lucky, Jesus, he got the right one." Madam, that's Eva Marcel. She's the boss lady.
Yeah.
She said,
You was built for this, Lucky.
"I was built for this."
You was built for this. This
when
is
I
what you were built for.
Yes, this is what I was built for. Yeah,
This is what you were
absolutely.
built for. When he called, he said, "Man, when you gonna have me on the show?" That's what I love about you too. You do this, and you don't forget.
No.
Like you like, no, man,
No, this
nigga,
is
when you gonna
big.
have me on the show,
Yes.
man?
I said, I'm jealous.
I see
Jason. I saw some ladies. I saw.
I said, all right,
Mac.
well, when we going on the when you want to come on the show?
Soon as you tell me to come.
Wait a minute, I'm in the I'm in my car. I got my chauffeur taking me to the Tyler Perry studio.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
showing me. I'm like, this man here. But I'm listen, bro. From me, bro, I'm proud of you.
Thank you, brother.
I'm happy for you. No one deserves it more than you. You've been hustling. You've been grinding. You've been getting it in. And I thank you for stopping by.
Thank y'all for having
I
me.
thank you for spreading your wisdom. I thank you for spreading your knowledge. I thank you for giving people what they want to see. We appreciate you for being a part of that documentary. We appreciate everything. I usually give people a chance to say something. We would normally say something at the end, man, but I just think
Thank you, brother.
you gave so much wisdom and so much knowledge, and we just appreciate you and we love you. And I want to end on that note, loving you and appreciating you. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucky Johnson was in the building.
Yeah,
We
man.
thank y'all. Bodie was in the building.
Bodie,
Slam
Vip.
was in the
Yeah,
building.
Slam.
We love y'all.
And thank y'all for having me, man.
It was good. It was
Again, before I go, I just want to say I'm proud of you.
Thank you, brother.
We are proud of you. The city loves you. The city thanks you. The city loves to continue to watch you grow. And I just want to take these last few seconds to say, I am happy they put you in executive producer positions to do some more shit. Because you got my number.
Yeah.
See y'all next time on the Street Talk Convo. You did.